Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Lair. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for Hell in a Cell. Gotta take a breath, because oh my god, what did we just see? By the way, I called that. We'll get to that later. I want to try to get through the card and give my thoughts on everything just as quick as I can, because I want to spend a couple of minutes talking about what we just saw. First off, the pay-per-view started off with during the kickoff, but nothing really major happened there except for Ty Dillinger was added to the U.S. title, so there you go. And there was a match and a bunch of talking, I guess. I don't know, I didn't watch it. I know who won the match, Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, but like I said, we knew that was going to happen. Hell in a Cell pay-per-view started off with the first Hell in a Cell match, tag team titles, the Usos versus the New Day, and the Usos get the titles back. I called it. I said this is what needed to happen. Again, I don't know if WWE and all their infinite wisdom listened to me or somebody else that was like-minded, but I think going forward, this is the tag team that needs to have the titles. Now, They reiterated several times that this was the Usos' last shot, so they win, but now, because this was their rematch, there has to be another rematch. Where does the story go from here? Now, this match was great, but it didn't live up to my expectations. Only because my expectations of this was unreachable. I thought this could have and should have been like the biggest whatever. I thought what would have been a great start to the match, and I tweeted this, was the three members of New Day are in the ring. Usos come out, jump them, and throw Big E out of the ring. Then inside they get the cell locked. Inside it's Xavier and Kofi, the two that they beat when they won the titles from them last time. Anyway, it didn't happen. It is what it is. But those guys tore it up. Absolutely tore it up. And they pulled out handcuffs. I thought, man, somebody's getting handcuffed to the cell. And it didn't happen. And I don't know really what happened with the handcuffs to Big E. I noticed that the referee was down like he was doing something. Like maybe he was unlocking them. I don't know. Or cutting them. I don't know. Because it looked like the handcuff had been, the chain had been cut on Big E. So I don't know. I don't know if they just ended up locking the other handcuff on the same wrist or whatever. I couldn't tell. But if somebody saw it more clearly than I did, because my network kind of went in and out of pristine streamness for whatever reason. I don't know why. I can stop. I got to see everything. The pay-per-view never lagged for me, but it was just the image of the pay-per-view for whatever reason. I don't understand it, but it cleared up as the night went on. Where do you go from here? I have no clue. I have absolutely no clue. But I guarantee you, they say Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn fight forever, that chant. These guys can fight forever, and I'm totally fine with it. Rusev and Randy Orton, of course, Randy Orton gets the win. It's just your basic babyface pop win, whatever. And we all know he hates being babyface. The United States title, the triple threat, AJ, Baron, and Ty. I thought they had a really solid match. Triple threats, multi-man matches in general, are hard to do, but they do them so much nowadays. I think everybody's kind of used to it, and everybody's kind of are able to get in the groove, because I know they do a lot of them on house shows just to get everybody on the show. A lot of multi-man matches and things. So these guys, I love the addition of Ty. It just added another little element to play off of. I think all three of these guys have such good chemistry together that it makes for magic. Anytime all three or two of the three are in the ring, it's all good. Baron wins with a little trickeration. He boots AJ out and steals the win, gets the title. I thought it was a perfect finish. Pardon the pun. Tied. The women's title match, I thought it went a little too long. Natty and Charlotte, I hated the moonsault at the end. The fact that now I did like the old school mentality of the match. I just felt like it drugged too much. Like they just tried to drag it too much, and it just didn't work for me. It started, I was like, man, I'm really enjoying this. It's kind of old school. It's a throwback, and then all of a sudden, 2, 3, 4, 5 more minutes went by, and they were still drawing it out. I thought, you guys got to do something to speed this up, because you can't just draw it out like that. It's not a good match. Now that, again, you have to have both on a show like this, because you had a lot of false finishes in that first match, and who knows? Who knows the thinking on it, the agent, whatever. The moonsault, though, was horrible. She gets her leg worked on the whole match, which was fantastic to see. Attack a body part, to set up for the finishing submission with the sharpshooter. But I hated that she went. Not only did she go to the top rope to do a moonsault, she did a top rope moonsault from basically the top to the floor, and it's just too much. You shouldn't have been able to do that on that knee. By the way, I love that Charlotte can do a moonsault, but her moonsault, she over-rotates every time. A little too much over-rotation will hurt somebody, mainly the person doing it. So far, she hasn't been hurt that we know about, or hasn't been hurt bad anyway, so let's just hope that continues. But the DQ finish was nice. Sometimes heels just got to do heel things. And Natalya needed to do something to get more heat, because she wasn't getting the heat that she needed to from anybody. And I have no problem with that finish, because we already know that they're going to continue working together. I said it in my preview video, not really my predictions, even though I gave predictions, that Natty would keep the title. I thought she would win, but she lost, but she kept the title, so it's basically a win for me. But we all know that they're going to do the thing at Starrcade, and it's a house show. I still don't like that. The Fashion Files, funny, back to basics, the return. You got Pulp Fashion on Tuesday. It should be entertaining. They had the WWE title match next, which I throw a major flag on, because I think on a show like this, being that the Hell in a Cell is the main attraction of the show, you put it last, but you got to put the WWE title right before it. Now, I guess they wanted kind of a filler match, but if they wanted a filler match, they should have put Randy Orton and Rusev here instead of putting it after the first match. But you know what? I don't make the cards, and I don't book this, so there you go. Jinder gets the win. One finisher gets it done. And I love how they use the Singh brothers to distract, but not to actually cost Shinsuke the match. So I thought it was nice. Bobby Roode and Dolph Ziggler had a fantastic match. The O'Connor roll, reverse, reverse, reverse. Well, reverse, tights, reverse, tights, reverse, tights. 1, 2, 3. I thought it was great. And then Hell in a Cell, Kevin Owens beat Shane McMahon. Sami Zayn, who I predicted would turn heel at the end of this match, did exactly that. Turned heel and went after, well, he didn't go after Shane, but he helped Kevin Owens off the table when Shane took that crazy bump. Look, I'm not a fan of the please don't die chants. I'm not. I tweeted it, though. But I tweet, and it sometimes just doesn't come across when you're just typing words on the screen. In all sincerity, I'm thinking, this is too fucking dangerous. You don't need to be up there. And I'm sorry, there's no better way to put it. There's just, you can't, in this day and age, you can take all the precautions you want to, but there are certain things, and I thought because the ring sounded funny the whole night in the particular corner closest to the camera side, I thought that it was somebody was going through the cell, through the ring, a la Mick Foley, and I'm glad it didn't happen. Shane jumping, I mean, it's insane. I'm just glad Kevin didn't do it, because that would have probably killed him and Shane. Fantastic, fantastic match. Very entertaining. I loved it, I loved it, I loved it, and that's all I can say. And I'm glad that everybody is at least okay. They're both hurting. Interesting how the Sammy thing is going to go now. I'm so glad I thought of that. I didn't hear anybody else claim that. But I did. Don't believe me? Go back and look at my prediction video that I put up on Friday. Go back and look at my, of course, this could have been rumored for years, but I don't read the freaking, things, the dirt sheets or whatever. I do, but I don't. I didn't for this, because I didn't want to know. Because I had been thinking this for a couple of weeks. What if Sami Zayn turned heel? Wouldn't that be fantastic? And they form a tag team. A heel tag team. Get back together. Anyway, it is what it is. It was probably out there. Maybe I'll go check it. But anyway. That's all I got for right now. Make sure to follow me at The Answer Chaos tomorrow night. I will be live tweeting Raw. I probably will not be from the beginning of Raw. But I will catch up. Should be maybe 15 or 20 minutes behind. So I should be able to catch up fairly quick and still give my thoughts. And of course, come back here tomorrow night on YouTube for the 4114 Monday Night Raw. As always, I am Chris Chaos. Thank you for watching. Deuces, as always. And Chaos is out.